So this week we are working on lesson 18, collecting and comparing data, and we are starting on page 399. This week, dear family, we are learning to sort and count objects. Your child is going to practice sorting objects into different groups based on the shared attributes such as color, shape, or type, and he or she will learn to organize or display that data, okay, or collect information in tally charts and picture graphs and ask and answer questions about the data. This tally chart shows how many there are of each type of ball. Each tally mark represents one ball. You can use tally charts to answer. How many more footballs than soccer balls? So here, if we have the information, the question is how many more footballs than soccer balls, we can see that we don't care at all about the basketballs. Here, we're just talking about the footballs and the soccer balls. And when we hear that question where it says, how many, let's see, how many more footballs than, when we hear those words, how many more than, how many more than, how many less than, means subtract, how many fewer, how many less, what's the difference, means subtract. So we can see that football has 1, 2, 3, 4, close the gate, 5. So the football has 5. But the soccer ball has 4. And if we know it says how many more, and I know I'm going to subtract, I have 2 pieces of information. I have 5 and I have 4. And when you subtract, you start with the greatest number, which is the whole. So we have whole minus a part equals the part. So what is the greatest number when we're looking at 5 and 4? Right, 5 is the greatest number. So 5 take away 4 equals, we know this is a whole part. If we have 5 here and 4 is a part, we know we can count on from the part we know up to the whole, right? 4, count up to 5, 4, 5. The difference is 1, right? Or we could draw 5 as the whole. 4, 5. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mrs. Sanders, crazy girl. Okay. Circle the part we know. And the part we did not know was 1. So 5 take away 4 is 1. 1 is the missing part. Some data is shown in this picture graph. Over here, we have a picture graph. We have a football, a basketball, and a soccer ball. Each circle in the how many column is a picture that represents one ball. So here we have a football. It shows that it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For basketballs, we have 1, and soccer balls, we have 4. Looking at graphs is really important, and it's really important to be able to know how to read them. If we have a question that says how many balls in all, we are going to add. In all means we are putting parts together, right? Well, we have 3 parts, right? We have 5 as a part. For footballs, we have 1 as a part for basketball, and we have 4 as a part for soccer balls. And we want to put them together as the whole. Let's see. Looking at these numbers, I know that 1 and 4 together make 5. Then I can add 5 plus 5 equals 10. Again, so looking for patterns in your numbers so you can add quicker and more efficiently. Learning to sort and count objects as well as to display and analyze data will help your child develop the skills of collecting, organizing, and making sense of information. Invite your child to share what he knows about sorting and counting objects and doing the following activity together. So moving on to page 400, activity comparing data. So this is something that you can do at home. You can get familiar objects like a fork, a spoon, or a plate, and you can make your own graph and ask your child to see how many forks that you have, how many spoons you have, and how many plates you have. Then you could say, which object has more? Which object has less? Does or what is the total of all of the objects together, and see if they can count and come up with the answers together.